For 20 long years, the world's greatest superpower chased a ghost through mountains older than empires. Billions spent, thousands lost. Yet in the end, history repeated itself, as if no lessons were ever learned. This is the Afghanistan War. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this story will change how you see modern war. It began on a clear Tuesday morning, for planes were hijacked, and within hours, America's skyline burned. The shock would ignite 2 decades of vengeance. U.S. intelligence traced the attacks to al-Qaeda, a group sheltered by Afghanistan's Taliban regime. The mission was now personal. President George W. Bush addressed the world. The Taliban would pay the price. Operation Enduring Freedom was born. Night skies above Kabul erupted in light as coalition bombs struck Taliban positions. The war had begun. American special forces and the Northern Alliance advanced through the mountains, toppling strongholds faster than anyone expected. By November 2001, Taliban rule collapsed. Kabul was free, at least for the moment. Deep in the caves of Tora Bora, Osama bin Laden narrowly escaped capture, slipping into Pakistan and prolonging the war indefinitely. Hamid Karzai was appointed interim president, promising democracy and stability under Western protection. In remote valleys and across the border, Taliban fighters quietly rebuilt their ranks, waiting for their moment to return. As America invaded Iraq, Afghanistan faded from headlines. The insurgency grew in the shadows. Roadside bombs, ambushes, and hit-and-run attacks turned every convoy into a gamble for survival. The world's heroin now flowed from Afghan poppy fields. The drug trade funded militias and undermined every attempt at peace. U.S. troops built schools and wells, trying to win loyalty, but corruption and broken promises hardened resentment. NATO forces arrived, uniting soldiers from dozens of nations under one mission: stabilize Afghanistan. By 2006, the Taliban returned stronger than ever, retaking territory the coalition thought was secure. President Barack Obama called it the necessary war and sent tens of thousands more troops to break the stalemate. Marines battled through poppy fields and dusty villages in Helmand province, the war's deadliest ground. The Taliban didn't need victory, only time. Every passing year was a win. In 2011, U.S. Navy SEALs killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. America achieved justice, but not peace. Even after bin Laden's death, the Taliban endured. The mission changed from victory to survival. Billions built an Afghan army of hundreds of thousands, but morale was low and loyalty was fragile. By 2012, drones patrolled Afghan skies. The war became quieter, but deadlier. For ordinary Afghans, every day meant fear, airstrikes above, insurgents below, and nowhere safe to hide. Children grew up surrounded by war. Their first memories, gunfire, not laughter. President Donald Trump sent more troops, but vowed no more nation building, only fighting terrorism. After 18 years, U.S. negotiators met the Taliban in Doha. The Afghan government was sidelined. In February 2020, a deal was signed. U.S. troops would withdraw, and the Taliban would stop attacks. For a brief moment, gunfire quieted. But behind the silence, the Taliban prepared for their final push. In April 2021, President Joe Biden announced a full withdrawal, ending America's longest war. As foreign troops left, Afghan soldiers abandoned posts. The defense crumbled overnight. City after city fell without a fight. The Taliban advanced faster than the world could watch. By August, Kabul descended into chaos. The president fled, and fear flooded the streets. Thousands rushed the airport, desperate for escape. Planes lifted off as people begged for seats. August 26th, a deadly explosion struck Kabul's airport, killing over 170 people and 13 U.S. troops. On August 30th, 2021, the final U.S. plane departed Kabul. After 2 decades, the war was over. Taliban fighters raised their white flag over the presidential palace, back where it all began. Thousands who helped U.S. forces were left behind, hiding in fear of retribution. More than 170,000 dead, trillions spent, and Afghanistan, right back under Taliban control. For veterans, the memories still echo: friends lost, missions questioned, sacrifices blurred by politics. Afghan women who once studied and worked were forced back indoors. Hope dimmed overnight. In mountain strongholds, small groups formed new resistance forces, refusing to surrender. Cities lay shattered, fields burned. The land bore 2 decades of scars. After 20 years, the question lingered: what was truly gained, and what was lost forever? The British tried, the Soviets failed, and now America joined the list of empires broken by these mountains. Afghanistan, the land no conqueror could hold. Its mountains remember every invader. Behind statistics were faces, fathers, mothers, children, all bound by the tragedy of war. Even without foreign troops, violence continues. For Afghans, the war never truly ended. 20 years, countless lives, a circle of war that began and ended the same way. The Afghanistan War, a story of hope, heartbreak, and hard lessons. If you believe more people should understand the cost of war, like, share, and subscribe for more true stories from history.